sisters wear the face veil, or it's called a niqab, and is in Arabic or in Islam, is a very traditional, a part of our head coverings and Hebrew dress, Middle Eastern dress. So it's not just a Muslim thing. It's not just a, Islamic thing, but it's really a Middle Eastern, African thing to do. You see belly dancers wear it. You see other, people that are not necessarily Islamic wearing the niqab or the face veil. Is also written in the Apocrypha where I forgot her name offhand, but it's a virtuous woman. She had it describes her, and it describes how she veiled herself or veiled her face and coming into public and so on. So as far as the face veil is a very traditional cultural thing in Hebrew society over the years. You don't have to veil your face. According to COI, in our studies, you don't have to veil your face for to have your head covered. But of course, this face veiling is for as we dealing with this COVID-19 and sisters have to go out into the world, and we are trying to get together, but being more physically conscious, not socially conscious, but physically conscious as far as our space and hygiene. It is currently recommended by the CDC for everyone to have some type of face covering, non-surgical face covering or face mask. So I have a cotton one here. I have some cloth here, and I forgot about the other. We do have a couple of N95s, but everybody know how to wear that. So we just want to just give you a couple of ideas that when you come together, or if you want to kind of dress it up a little bit and not look like you're coming out of a medical building. This is just another way to just kind of dress it up a little bit, staying positive and being conscious at the same time. Okay, so I'll try to post those articles up. There's another article too that talked about the types of face masks that are best for now or during this time. So I'm going to skip all the information and kind of get to the point of wearing cotton masks. Wearing anything over your mouth and nose is better than wearing nothing. Okay, whether you're sick or have something going on, and just talking to someone and share and spittle or what have you get on them, or vice versa. They're talking to you or they're sick and you're protecting yourself. So any kind of covering is better than no covering at all when you have to be in close proximity. And so that's what they're suggesting. The second thing is that cotton is preferred above any other type of fabrics. Okay, I'm not talking about the materials that's used for the N95. That's kind of like a filter type material, and you can't get that. And I'll try to post some of those YouTubes that I've seen that you can kind of make your own. What do you call it? The filters, using the filters, HIPAA filters. You can make masks out of those. So people are doing that. Okay, so enough talk. Let's get to the program. So I have a bun wrap on right now. And these are really simple. Just really simple. So what you need to do some of these wraps is about 1.5 to 2 yards of fabric. This is like a regular pashmina type fabric. So about 1.5 yards to 2 yards. So I would say most of you sisters have some type of fabric, something like this. Um, you can divide it in half so you don't have as much fabric to play with. Okay, it's not overwhelming. Okay, all right. So one of the first things, you know, you can use your the pockets you have in your wraps. Okay, so with this one, I'm going to take one side, one end, and just tuck it in my bun like that. See that? It can stay. Okay, anything that doesn't stay, you can use a straight pin. Okay, I rather the straight pins without the balls because you know they can't really be seen. But you know, if you have, that's what you have. You know, you work with what you have, and it'll still look beautiful. Okay, so I love wearing earrings at the same time because that helps to dress it up. So you just pull your earring over. Okay. You pull your other earring over as you wrap your scarf around, as such. And I just try to make it as straight as possible. And I am going to tuck it again and bring it over. Okay. And that's it. That's one way. That's really simple. You can mix and match your colors, of course. You can wear earrings that matches, and it stays. Okay, now this kind of fabric is more of a rayon, but it is doubled. So like I said, some covering is better than no covering at all. And it's breathable, and it's fun. It's fun to especially to celebrate in our holy days coming up. Okay, so that's one style. Any questions about that one? This is the bun. So the bun is pretty easy. If you want to hold it, you can always take your straight pin and pin it to your bun. Try not to poke your head. But, you know, and then you can just adjust it, and, you know, it's nice for a chest covering and so on. Okay. So that's the side. I don't know if you can see the back. Yeah, I see the back. Okay. All right. Any questions? Okay.
No, that's beautiful.
Okay, that's one. Okay, so I am going to make a different kind of wrap. Here's just try to lay it down. All right, so another style, you can use this one wrap, okay? And you take the end, usually you have the little fringy end, the short end, okay? You're gonna fold that over a little bit, okay? You're gonna take the ends, make sure you have each end, and you're gonna tie it to underneath. Wait, I lost my ends, sorry y'all. Let's see. Okay, so I have my two ends. So this is the long way. And you can, if y'all want to, y'all can practice with me, or, you know, just watch. It's my first time trying to demonstrate, so please bear with me, or demonstrate on video. So I'm basically tying the two short ends in the back. So that's why you can't lose your ends, or you're going to be lost back here. Okay, so you see that? That's the one of the tie ends there. So I'm going to knot it. So just going to tie it twice. Okay. So that's how it would look in the back. I just tied it twice underneath. Okay. Okay. So now I can I got all this wonderful fabric here. And now this is more of a single layer, but again, it'll still work for what you want to do. And you can, decide how you want to do things, depending on who you're going around, what's going to happen, what's going to be happening. So I just took this one piece here, it's already attached, let my earring hang out, wrapped around my nose, another earring there. Okay, so now I got all this extra fabric here. So I'm gonna bring it up like halfway mark to on top of my head, and I'm gonna use a little pin. Possibly the same color. If you got the balls, possibly the same color, something that goes with the fabric. And adjust it. So this is all one piece. Oh. Earring wants to travel with me here. Okay. So there we go. So if you wanted to just kind of adjust it and keep it where it is, just use your pins gently, because you don't want to snag your fabric. Just gently. So that's one side. Okay. That's the front. This is the other side where the extra piece is hanging. And again, I can adjust it around. And this is the back. Hopefully you guys can see the back. Okay. So that's the second one. So that's all one piece. And then when you're not, when you don't have to cover, what have you, it can still be a head covering. You can still, operate. But when you feel you need to cover, you can just pull that up and, keep it moving. Okay. Any questions? That's number 2. Questions, comments? No, I can't find my pens. Okay. Can y'all see the back okay? Because I don't know if I'm too close or what. Nice, look for your pens. Say it again.
You were frozen for a little bit for me. I don't know if it was just mine, but I couldn't see the end of it. I saw basically how to do it though, so it's fine.
Okay. So just be careful of your pins that you don't poke yourself or snag your fabric. Okay, so that's the second way. Okay. So now I'm going to show you. So I'm going to show you with a typical wrap. One moment. One of the taller wraps, what you can do. This wrap on. So if you have a wrap that is more on the tall end of things, more of a higher crown. See how this one came out before I continue. I can't go without my glasses. I can't see anything. Okay. So with this one, I can show you 2 things with this one. So I'm going to use our colorful one again here. And it's basically the same thing that you would do with your, when you have the bun, okay? I have pockets inside, as I wrapped around. So I'm just gonna stick a side in one of the pockets. Okay. Now start back low. Okay, because if you don't, it's okay if you want it to be this high, but if you don't really want it that high, then you got to start lower in the back. Okay, back there. All right, bring it under your earrings. Okay. Now I'm gonna bring it across. I'm sorry, I'm trying to show you the back. I'm gonna bring it across the top. And I'm gonna tuck it in. Or I can pin it. So let me adjust it a little bit because I don't want it up that high. And I'm gonna pin it where I want it. Inside my wrap. Again, don't poke your scalp. I've done it before, it hurts. Okay. Glasses. Oh, I lost my glasses, everybody. I can't see. Video over. Okay, here we go. So it's basically the same technique. And the wrap is ending like at the bottom pockets. Okay. Again, so you have the covering, and this is the back. Hopefully you can see the back. Okay. And I just use like really one pin. So it depends on how you go about it. You don't really need a lot of them. You can really make it fun and do like different color, like have 2 different colors here and have another funky one going around and, have fun with it. And last but not least is if the only kind of scarves you have is the infinity scarf. Okay, that's like one big circle. Again, you can do the same idea. So I'm gonna put this on. Make sure it's like the flat ones. That's all like one circle instead of twisty. Because the twisty one can get it's just all twisted up. You just want it to be clean and flat and nice, and you can maneuver without keeping adjusting. So with this one, it's the same thing. I can go right across, and since I have a lot of fabric there, I can go up and pin. I would pin it here. Okay. Like that. Or if I just wanted it to go across here, I could pin it here. Okay. And that's it. So that's, fun and easy. It's already one piece. And that's it. If you don't want it anymore, you can still wear the scarf the way it is when you're out and about, or, whatever, you're doing. And this is long enough so I can double it. So if I didn't want to wear it as much, I put it on as a regular infinity scarf, that way. So I'm going to show you one more thing. It's more of the fast version. You're already out, didn't know you was going to encounter someone. So I always like to wear a scarf around my neck anyway, especially during the spring. And I usually wear it. Let me show you. Wear something like this, right? I'm like, oh, hi, how you doing? Nice to meet you. See you later, whatever. And I can just, like how Sister Dion just showed, you can just bring this up across the front, okay? And at least over your mouth, if not over the whole thing, especially if you have to talk to them. Like, I had to go see an elder earlier today. And so she's been staying literally in the house, you know, and having like Instacart and everything. So when I come see her, I have one of these scarves on. And when I talk to her, I at least cover my mouth when I have to set the table with her and I'm conversing. So this is like the quick way of, you know, of coverage. Okay. So that's the basics on the scarves. Any questions, ideas, anything, comments?
I am so excited. I am so excited.
What you excited about, sis?
I'm excited about matching stuff and making it look pretty. I've always covered my earrings too, because I don't know, I just never figured out how to make that work. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, this is thank you. I'm very, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is really a blessing because I always thought it was only Muslim women were, you know, it was their attire, but to know that, you know, that it's really not just their style, is more of a Middle Eastern. So it's a style. Is it a style or is it a or was it in the law? I can't hear you. You're muted. Your mic is muted.
I'm sorry. It's more of it's traditional dress. It's all a part of traditional dress. So when we see Muslim women that come from overseas, and we see them with the long boobas and, you know, and different coverings, that's very traditional dress for Middle East, period. You know, it's not just a Muslim or Islamic thing. They have continued the traditional dresses. And I'll give you an example. Whenever when you see the Christmas pageants and you have all the wise men and everybody dressed like the Hebrews or the Israelites, they're wearing the same thing that you see Muslims wear.
Right.
You got the robes. You got they put the turbans on. That's what we still see today. If you start to compare the two, it's not something that happened 2,000 years ago. It's a lot of that same traditional dress that people are continuing today. So we're just removed. Say it again.
They try to portray it like it's a costume.
Mm-hmm.
It's a traditional dress that people are still. It's not costume.
Right. It's still, people still wear that right now today. You know, coming from, you know, more Middle Eastern, African dress. So it's just something that we're more removed from being in America, but it's not, you know, it's a part of our culture, you know. That's just a part of our culture. So styles, you know, styles come and go, fashion come and go, but traditional dress basically stay the same. It may have different colors for different eras, or, you know, they might change slightly on certain things, whether it's the fabric, whatever, but usually you have the same things, the same traditional dress.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very nice. Thank you so much.
No problem. No problem. It's my pleasure. So on another side, this is a face mask that I made out of cotton fabric. And it was very simple to make. I'm going to try to post the patterns and so on up, but you can hand sew it, or you can sew it on the sewing machine. So this was one of my tryouts. So I put it with string, but I prefer it with ribbon. So I just tried on one side to see how the ribbon would go. Okay, so I prefer the ribbon, or like, using the same fabric to make it. And I even seen on Facebook, a sister had her African fabric head wrap on, and she had one made African fabric made with her mask. So it was really, really cool. So again, the strings are just like less, it's hard to find them when you're trying to, so it's better to have some type of ribbon or use the same fabric. But this is doubled. This one is double fabric. I'm even looking at the ones that you can make and have a pocket for the filter. Okay, so that's another, if you wanted to kind of, again, style it up a little bit, even from day to day. You can have some to match your head wraps or match what you're wearing. Might as well have a little fun with this. So if I was really tying this up, it'd be tighter. But I just wanted to give y'all the idea. So this will go over my ear. Let me try to do that. There you go. Okay. So it stays. It's 2 cotton pieces, and it's a pattern. And I can match it, mix and match it. And again, that can go under, your chin, whatever, when you're doing something, and you put it up. Or you can put elastic on it if you have elastic. So that's one way. One other way, if I can show you quite simply, and this is it. If you take a square, take a square of fabric. I'm going to try to post this YouTube. But it takes about a square of fabric, about like a towel, a hand towel size, and you double it. Okay, 2 layers. You can put your ribbon at the corner here, the ribbon at the next corner there. Sew it down the sides and around, and you can tie it up that way. So that's another way to do it. That's really simple, but of course it takes a little bit of sewing to do it. But it's just another option. Okay. So that's it. That's all I got for now.